hello, and welcome to Let Me Bore You to Sleep. My name is Jason Newland. My website's jasonnewland.com. Please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. So I re-uploaded my website, or got it back online. And I'm in the process, very slowly, of making available all of my recordings. So what I've done so far, I've started on the Relax and Sleep Hypnosis Daily, and I'm going to put all of them on there, and you can download each one. But what you do, you can download all 4 versions of the recording in one download, and it's free. Okay. I've not done many yet because it's been so muggy in here, so sweaty. There's a swamp in my pants. There's a swamp in my pants. It's very muggy at the moment. Apparently, we've got a thunderstorm coming, which should be interesting. I've been promising it for a couple of days. Who are they? The weather forecast people. So that'll be, oh, blimey. It's just been a bit. Me and Vinny both been like knackered. So he's lying down at my feet at the moment. He's he hasn't got a lot of energy. I haven't today. So I didn't make a Let Me Bore You to Sleep yesterday. I think that was the reason, because of the heat, because yesterday it was hot as well. And I couldn't really do it. I could do it, but I just no, wait a minute. It was too noisy. It's quieted down a little bit. It's been noisy during the day, a lot of music, lots of voices, not just the ones in my head, but outside as well. So, when it's like that, I can do this podcast, but I wanted to do a new hypnosis recording. I mean, my goal was to try and do one new hypnosis recording and one new Let Me Bore You to Sleep recording and video as well. The thing is, I need it to be relatively quiet to do a hypnosis session. With these ones, Let Me Bore You to Sleep, it's, doesn't have to be proper quiet necessarily. And also sometimes I can hear the sound better than the microphone does, because it's distracting me, but the microphone doesn't necessarily pick it up, because it only picks up stuff that's close to it. For example, if I walk to the other side of the room and talk, you'll hear me, but it'll be very faint. So probably 5, 6, 7 times that distance over to the fence. I don't know how many distances it is of that, but it's a lot further away. It's just that they're shouting, that they shout talk. It's, instead of hi, it's hi, how are you? Are you okay? And they're standing like that close to each other. Hello? Yeah, how are you? Are you alright? Yeah, you. And it's just, literally, they're almost connected. I'm surprised they don't, if they have an accident, they end up eating each other's heads. So I have to be very careful. Hello. I have to stand back just enough. Hi. And hello. Are you alright? Oh, sorry. I bit your head off. Oh. Yeah, all that was about. So yeah, I don't quite know how to be like that. I can't. Some people just, I don't think it is being really loud, and maybe it's an owning your space. It's a little bit like dogs peeing on their territory, marking their territory. Maybe that's what they're doing with their voices. It's like marking their territory auditorily instead of I don't know how a dog does. I'm not sure what the correct word is. Um, Wherever wee wee comes from, and so I just had a weird. I'm not going to say what I was thinking. So yeah, it's just really yeah. That's really it. Really, I've run out of words. Run out, run out, run out of words. Run out, run out, run out of words. So I managed to pay off the remainder of one of my credit cards today. Yeah. So that was good. And got some shopping in. So got a food delivery. I had to order some poo bags for Vinny on Amazon, so they will come tomorrow. Can't believe how many I get through. I mean, imagine how many I get through if I had to pick up my own, or if I did pick up my own. So yeah, what else have I done today? I've been out a few times, but that's just took him out. I went to the petrol station. Then I was going to get some cornflakes, but it didn't have any. Oh, oh, oh. And then I said, then I went to the sweet shop, which is the pet food shop, with the old Vinster here. Well, he took me there. If I'd have been on skates, he would have dragged me the whole way there. And he's strong enough to pull me as well, which is weird considering how much heavier I am than him. I mean, I'm like 20 times his weight, something stupid like that, and he could pull me. I couldn't pull 20 times my weight. I haven't actually tried it. Well, not pulling 20. Well, no, I actually have. I've tried to push cars and stuff like that, and it hasn't worked. Everyone's tried to push a lorry now and then, don't they? Everyone gets a little bit of string and tries to pull a lorry behind them. We've all done it. Suspend a strap or something, I don't know. So Vinny, I've never wore skates and got him to pull me, but I can feel his strength. It's very, very strong. It's tiny, but he's very strong. So we went, that was loud, wasn't it? So we went to the pet shop, and what did I get? So I went in there. Oh, I got a little, bony thing for him. I'm going to say the word, but a little thing for him. And then I got something else, a treat for him. So I got a couple of treats, and I had to buy a new lead. And I went in there. I said, "Do you have any of the retractable leads? The ones where the dog can pull out like 4 or 5 meters or whatever." The last one I had was 7 meters, but it broke. And she said, well, that's a lot of information for just one question. I said, what do you mean? She said, well, if you just said it, if you've got a retractable whatever lead, I'd have just told you yes or no. But why did you have to tell me about how long the meters were that you had on your last one? I mean, you can tell me the colour of it. I said, you see the colour of it. I got it in my hand. She said, yeah, but that's not the point. Like, why would you tell me that much information? You're going to tell me how many different leads you've had previously. I said, don't even get me started. The last one was black, and that broke. I couldn't believe it. It's just a start. There's two. I've got through 2 different leads, maybe 3 even, since I've had him. And those detractable or retractable ones, they're good, but they're not great in my experience. And the one I got before, the one this time, lasted me, I don't think it even lasted 6 months before the thing jams. I had to hold it to stop it from just coming out. It wouldn't lock itself because you used to be able to lock it, and then the whole thing just went floppy. Everything went floppy, and it wouldn't pull back. The spring inside wouldn't get it up, not get it up, get it back, pull it back into the thing. I couldn't get it in. I couldn't get it in the whatever it is. So in the end, I ended up having to cut off the end and shorten it because it was just too long. It was too long, so I had to shorten it and then wrap it around the handle and make. I mean, it was so long. Even then, I could tie a knot in it. I had to tie about 5 different knots. And then it left me with a short lead. But it's still not comfortable because it was arguably too short then. It wasn't long enough anymore. Story of my life. So I've been looking forward to today so I could get him a new lead. But they didn't have any retractable. But, I didn't know if they were going to have any retractable leads. And the lady said, well, that's even more. Why would you tell me that much stuff? I just told you already said too much information. Then you go into a big thing about wrapping round and it's too long and you needed to cut it off. And smirking while you're saying it. So I don't know what the hell you were thinking in your mind. I said, okay, you don't have any. She said, no, don't have any. I said, all right. Well, how long are those leads? She said, use your eyes. It's there, look, it's a lead. You can see how long it is. I think I might have annoyed her. I don't know. And I got this, it's a lead, and it's one though, it's like a really old-fashioned lead. It's not like leather or anything, but it's very thick. It's very long and thick. And it's not that thick, but probably about that, which is, I don't know. It's like cable, but it's got it's not furry. It's not the right word. Like material over it. It's red, and it's you can see it's strong. I can feel it's strong. It's got a little thing at the end, so you put your hand through if you want, and it attaches to his collar. And don't all shout at me, we know what a lead is. Some people say, what is a lead? Are you sure you mean lead? Do you mean leash? No, I mean lead. No, but we call it leash here. Because you're wrong. It's lead. Leash. Leash to me sounds a bit too S&M. S&M, is that the right word? BSM, SMBM, BM. Eminem, something like that. It sounds a bit too like tie me up, Tammy. I don't know. Just it's a little bit. This hasn't started right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna rewind and. So yeah, So I got up this morning. Got up. It was quite early. I'm sweating. Even my neck is sweating. Why would that be a shock that my neck is sweating? You know, there was a time, I remember years ago, everything was years ago these days, and I was in a phone box. Now, for those people that are too young to know what a phone box is, you should be in bed by now because it's gone 6. A phone box. Wouldn't everyone know what a phone box is if they're old enough to speak? Maybe not. Anyway, there used to be these things called phone boxes, and it was a box that had a phone in. There's a phone, like a ring, 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 one of them things. But it was actually connected to the box, the phone. It had like a cable. I mean, the old ones used to have like cable, but then these ones, the more newer ones, I mean, the ones like 30 years ago, were like metal cable. And the original ones used to be red phone. They were the kind of same colour as the post boxes that used to be as well, which was red. I think it was to do with the government, like, you know, it was Great Britain, red post box, red phone box. I don't know what else. I mean, there's red on the flag, isn't there, as well? So maybe that was the part of the reason, maybe, or England or whatever. It's like because it's got the Red Cross, and then you've got the Red Cross, of course, as well, which is something as well. Why am I talking about phone boxes? Yeah, so I remember it was a summer, because there was a time when there was no mobile phones. Now, you might pronounce it mobile. That's incorrect. It's mobile. Okay, just sorry, I'm just trying to educate. Just don't shoot the messenger. I got a mobile. Keep saying mobile enough times, you realise it sounds weird. Mobile. I got my mobile in my wobble. Sounds like gobble eventually. Gobble, gobble, mobble, gobble, gobble. Mobile. Because if you was going to say, let's say if you went to a hospital, okay, and someone let's say they hurt their leg, and you went up to the nurse, someone that you care about's hurt their leg, you're visiting them in hospital, you go up to the nurse, you say, how's Elvis doing now? And they might say to you, oh, he's still bedridden, you know, he's not very mobile at the moment. He struggles to get to the toilet because of his leg. So we have to help him get to the toilet, and he asks for help. He's very good at asking for help, your Elvis is, but as we keep trying to, we want him to be more, we try and get our patients to be more self-sufficient. So the nurses have all decided to start reminding him that he doesn't need our help because his hands work fine. So he can do the toilet stuff himself. He doesn't need help with that. It's just his it's just his knee. So he's not mobile yet. No. Do you know when he will? How long before do you reckon he'll be mobile? You mean when you say mobile? This is a nurse. When you say mobile, do you mean able to like move around, like a mobile phone? Like, you know, if you had a phone, so instead of being restricted by a cable it's just in your home, even though the cable might be really twirly, and you can walk to one end of it, you can walk pretty much right the way around your house, and then you can just let go of it, and it just comes back all the way, and then bangs someone in the head. Did you, or maybe bangs yourself in the head? So you mean like that? You're a nurse. You sure you know what mobile means? No, but I'm just getting it correctly. Why? Why are you confirming what I mean when I say mobile, when you're a qualified practitioner working in a hospital? You surely know what I mean. You're working in a place which is based on physiotherapy to get people mobile again. No, I'm just trying to just confirm what we're talking about, confirm where we are, that we're on the same, if not the same page, at least the same book. What does that even mean? If not on the same page, at least the same book? No one's ever said that before. Well, not everything has to be repeated. So I got downstairs, are doing some drilling. I don't know if you can hear it. I just shouted, so I better not do that. There's no peace. Whenever I think I've got a little bit of time, a little bit of space where I can do a recording without being disturbed, something seems to happen. Usually it's him barking. I'm surprised that I don't start the recording and I look out the window and there's someone banging on the window and there's like someone playing the drums. I live upstairs. I wouldn't surprise me if there was, noise on the windowsill. I look out and there's a couple of penguins breakdancing. I just nothing surprises me anymore. So yeah, we used to have phone boxes with phones in. Yeah. And I don't know why I'm even telling you this story, because it's kind of going nowhere, which is kind of normal, I suppose. Yeah. So I just remember one occasion in a phone box, and it was a summer, and I had a silk shirt on. I looked very good. I'm sure you can imagine. No, I used to be really, really slim, like super embarrassingly slim. I didn't like it. I didn't like hated being skinny. Really didn't like it. Now, I'm not so skinny anymore. I'm a little bit, slightly heavier. Just a little bit. A little bit more. A little bit more weight on me than I used to. So I was in this phone box, and it was so hot. So now they're banging. Why did I have to wait until right this flipping second? Why? It don't matter. So I stopped talking. No sound. As soon as I start, I bet you, as soon as I say the word crackerjack, it will start. Okay. I bet you. So when I was a kid, I used to watch a TV show, quite a few TV. One of my favourite TV shows was Crackerjack. Okay. My second favourite TV show was Crackerjack. No, hasn't worked. Never mind. My powers seem to be going. I got downstairs, kitchen window always open. Always open. So I have to hear them every time they're cooking or touching or moving a plate. Like 3 o'clock in the morning, washing up. Like, really? So Vinny, it doesn't bother me personally. It doesn't affect me if I'm not making a recording. But Vinny, he just reacts to every sound. So I have to have music or an audio book or something like that playing all night long when I'm in bed. So I listen to audiobooks mainly. I fall asleep, but I don't know how much of the book I'm absorbing. But it has to be that distraction for him. Otherwise, he just, although not all the time, because once it's morning time, so once about 4 o'clock, there's not a lot going on. At 4, 5, 6, 7, and I can get up and even go back to bed. And between that time and 8 or 9, he's fast asleep. He's not bothered by it very much. But we've got some of the people in the garden, they're like shouting at 6 in the morning sometimes. By 8, they're in full swing. Sometimes, it's like, oh, sorry. That going on. So, yeah. I wonder what that sounded like. Mind you, imagine if it turns out after all this time that they've been whispering. They're actually doing their best to keep quiet. And now they're like, oh, well, if our whispering isn't enough, we're just going to talk normal now. Wow. That'd be interesting. Well, not interesting in a good way. Maybe in a worse way than interesting. So just then I had to. Vinny was barking at the drilling and stuff, so I put him into the bedroom. I open the window and he's on the windowsill, and I put the chair so he can get on and up. I say I open the window, not so he can get out, it's the high up window, but it's got some air because it's too stuffy with the door closed. I know, because I've got this door closed now and it's stuffy. But I managed to get myself some more water, which is good. Ah, that's all I do at the moment. It's just drink water, and yeah, not much else. Not much else. So yeah, there's not really a lot going on, to be honest. I've been waiting all week for today so I could pay off the end of that debt, one of those debts, get that done. So I paid off 2 of the debts now, the Argos card and the credit card, the small credit card. And now I've got 2 big ones left, the big credit card and the catalogue. So, yeah. I tell you, it's weird, right? I called up the electric and gas company about two weeks ago, something like that, asking them for help, because it says on their website, if you've got financial difficulties, call us and we can do something to help. Nothing. They offered nothing. External places for debt relief, and which I don't want to go by, don't want to go through. And I said, well, can you do anything internally? Because the water company did. They were really good. But they said no. So, okay. So, you can't help. They said, well, we will. We can help. We might be able to help when you're in trouble. But at the moment, you're all up to date. You've never missed a payment for 9 years that you've been with us, so we no reason for us to help you. I said, but I'm thinking about the future, like thinking about the coming months. No, they said to me. It actually lasted that long. It was, no. I'm not sure if they moved their head like that, but yeah. No, we can't help you. You're up to date. You're in the green or the red or the blue, whatever it is. Is it a blue? Blue? Red is debt, blue is always in a black. You're in a black. Is that what it is? In a black means you're in not credit, you're doing well, I think. I don't know. I'm no financial genius. I'm no. So I've not paid them for the electric and gas yet. I think it was due 2 days ago. And they sent me a message saying, are you having financial difficulties? Maybe we can help. Really? But what they mean by that is refer me to a debt agency, which I'm not going to go to. Because they wouldn't help me, give me any kind of good tariff or anything like that, I decided it doesn't matter now. I'll pay them when I pay them. So I'm not going to get behind by a lot, but because I don't know, you might not have known this, but I phoned them up last month or the month before last, and I didn't have enough to pay my £135 a month I was paying for my electric and gas. I didn't have enough money in the bank to pay it. And this was on the Thursday or the Wednesday. And I said, look, I can pay it next Wednesday. I phoned them up, said, because I had a direct debit, monthly direct debit. So they would try to take it out on a Wednesday. It wasn't in. No, it was before they even tried to take it out. I phoned them up. I said, it's not in my account for when you go to take it out. This is a couple of days before. Can you can you just wait and I'll put it into your, or can you take it out next Wednesday? Or I can phone up and pay it next Wednesday. And they said, no, because it's the same man working for both companies or departments rather, or maybe companies, I forget. So there's, no, you can't do that. I said, why? No, if you don't, I'm not doing the accent. So he said, if you don't have enough money in your account for it to go out, we'll try and take out again in 2 days' time. I said, but it's not going to be in 2 days' time because that'll be Friday and it won't be in till next Wednesday. And they said, it's it's a, well, if we try and take it out twice and it's not in, we will automatically cancel your direct debit. And I said, please, can you not? So I like having a direct debit. It just generally it works out easier for me. And she said, altogether, no. And I was like, okay, why? It's like she said, it was out of her hands. We can't do nothing about it. So I looked at the thing. It was £136 that I was supposed to be, because they even sent me a text, and they bombarded me with messages. You haven't paid your electric and gas bill. You haven't paid it. You haven't paid it. You need to pay it. All this stuff, yeah. So I went onto the app, and there was something different. It's like it didn't make sense. It told me that I was in credit by about £140 in credit. Maybe more than that, maybe 170. But I can't remember the exact amount, but I was in credit. And I thought, wait, they're trying to take £135 out of my account, but I'm in credit. That doesn't make sense to me. Not even 25%. Doesn't make sense. It's like, why would you try and take money out when you've got more than the amount you're trying to take out? And she said, and so I phoned him up. No, she didn't say anything until I phoned her up. Then the person or man or whatever spoke. Hello. I said, you can explain this to me, but I don't. You've been trying to take out £135. He said, yes. I said, well, I don't owe anything. He said, yes, you do. You owe £135 a month. That was your direct debit amount. I said, yeah, okay. Let's see if I can maneuver this around in a way that your brain can understand. No, I'll just say it the same as I did. But I don't owe anything. I'm in credit. No, you still need to pay the £135. Why? Because that was your agreed amount. Even after the £135, I would still be in credit by like £40 or something. So it makes no sense. Why would I give you £135, struggle to get that money when I don't have it, when you don't need it because you've already got like £170 or something in there? Or I've got £170 in there. No, you don't understand. You have to pay. We want the money. It's our money. We get interest on that money. It's better in our bank than yours. He didn't say that. And I just like, well, what is the point in that then? What? He said, well, we expect our customers to pay ahead and to get accrue a credit so that it covers them for, when the bills go up. And that's what was weird about it. So they would charge me £135 a month, regardless of how much the bill was. So I don't know. And he said, excuse me, sir, who are you talking to? I said, no one, I'm just doing a podcast. He said, oh, that's interesting. What kind of podcast is it? I said, well, it's just sleep, boring podcasts. That's why I'm talking to you while I make it, because it's really to help people to fall asleep. He said, "Oh, that's a bit rude of you." Oh, what do you mean? You're saying that I'm very boring, so talking to me is very boring. Is that what you're saying, sir? You're saying that by talking to me on the phone and recording it for your listeners, that it would bore them to sleep because I'm so tedious. Is that what you're saying? Eh? Is it? I said, no, I didn't. I've not developed the podcast around you. It's not about you. I've been doing this particular podcast for 6 years, over 6 years. Oh, I see, sir. So, just decided to include me on this occasion, is it, or was this going to be a regular thing? No, there's a bit of a gap there between me talking and you answering. It's almost like we're the same person, sir, and you hadn't really planned what you were going to say next, and you're doing both voices, sir, isn't it, sir? I said, there you did again, a bit of a gap. You need to talk a bit quicker, sir. Look. I don't talk quickly anyway. There's gaps between my words, and do you know why that is? I don't know, sir. So you did it then. You did it. You left a big gap between you. It's still you talking, though, isn't it, sir? The reason there is gaps between my words and my sentences is because I'm one of the few YouTubers that does that. You could say, well, perhaps the gaps are a little bit too long sometimes, but that's because it's supposed to be a boring podcast. It's a boring video. However, I struggle to watch videos where it's like really quick, no gaps, no pauses, because the original video wasn't like that. They edited it. I mean, there's software now, apps and AI, where, so I know my way around that stuff, so I know what's out there, and it can automatically do it for you. Now, I wouldn't trust anything to automatically edit my videos, because I don't know what I might have said, or if I've said something wrong or whatever, so I have to kind of edit them myself. But to edit it without any gaps, I mean, sometimes the first word of the next sentence starts at the same time as the last word of the last sentence. That don't work for me. I mean, I know I'm not the average audience for YouTube or for any of the apps online, because I'm an old fart now. But I'm part of the reason. I'm one of the original YouTubers. And you could argue and say, no, you're not. You've only been on YouTube since 2018, and you've only got 1,349 subscribers, and 1,349, and you've only got over 1,000 videos, blimey. But you've only been on there for a little while. But I started doing YouTubes in 2007. YouTube videos in 2007. So I'm one of the original YouTube hypnotists. Genuinely, I was. But I did it until 2012, 2013, maybe 2014. And then I deleted my YouTube channel. And between that time and now, I've done very little. I mean, I started the channel in 2018, and it's only recently that I've been doing some new stuff, really. I've done hardly any new stuff for a long time. Like videos, I mean. I've been making podcasts continuously forever, it seems. 18 years. Wow. Even the Let Me Bore You to Sleep, I started in was it February 2018, and so that's 6 years, over 6 years. And even though I don't do them every day, there are 1,170 or something like that, maybe more. So there's a lot. Yeah, I think it's getting on to nearly 1,200 videos, not videos, podcast episodes. So yeah, it's been going for a while now. You could argue, like, well, you could ask, what is the point of what you're saying? Well, you're saying it, but why? Why? What are you trying to get at? I don't know. I mean, you go from talking about, calling up your electric supplier, and then you're talking about a phone box, and then you're talking about barking and noise banging downstairs and people eating each other's heads in the garden, and then you're talking about I don't know what you were talking about. Now you're talking about something else, which I've forgotten. How have you forgotten? Because I have. Podcasts and videos. That's it. Yeah, videos and podcasts. So, gaps. The gaps in the words, or the gaps in the sentences, between sentences. It didn't used to be like that at the beginning. YouTube, when it first started, because there's people around that weren't even alive when YouTube started that were watching YouTube, which is just phenomenal to think it really. Doesn't even make, it's like, really? It's true though, isn't it? You got a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old watching YouTube videos, weren't alive when YouTube started. Wow. So it used to be, we didn't really have much of those like huge YouTube channels that they got now. I mean, obviously you're not going to have that at the beginning anyway, but I sometimes wonder, bearing in mind, what I do is, I don't know what it is I do anymore, but I think when I ended the YouTube channel, I was getting about 45,000 video views a month, which is not a lot, I know, by today's standards. But for me, it was pretty good. I mean, I had my first, I think it was 2011, was my first, to me, viral video. Okay, I say to me because I think it got 100,000 views. So in quite a short time. So for me, that was, I mean, from that point, everything grew more. And so before that, I was getting, I don't know, probably getting a few hundred video views per video, maybe less, maybe more. And then I started getting thousands per new video. Like eventually, not like straight away. So it was growing, and just thinking 10 years has passed since I deleted that YouTube channel. And there's so much, everything's different now. I mean, the video quality, if you want to see some of the videos from back then, oh, that was a weird noise. If you want to see some of the videos from those times, if you go into the playlist on my YouTube channel, which has got, I think it's called old videos or archive or whatever. There's a lot of videos on my YouTube channel, a lot. Someone did complain recently, like, every time I search for something, you're there. So I said sorry, because I just uploaded a lot of recordings, a lot of videos, but I'm not really uploading anything else now apart from just new stuff. So I'm now starting to get more subscribers because I'm not bombarding people's feeds anymore. So I guess that's better. But just imagine how many subscribers I'd have now, because I think at the time someone told me that I had about 3,500 subscribers. Now I don't remember, it's too long ago, but one of my listeners who used to follow me on YouTube said, yeah, you had about 3,500. Okay, cool. That makes sense, I suppose, really, considering things were going fairly well. But that one video, yeah, I'm not sure. I think it reached 100,000. I'm pretty sure it did. It's 100,000. And when I released it, I don't know why, I had a feeling, and I promoted it on all the Facebook groups I could promote it on. A lot of the Facebook groups got annoyed and cancelled me and, blocked me. But I reached enough people and for some reason they liked the video. And I think I woke up the next day and I'd had like 10,000 views or something. Or was it that, or was it might have been a case where I went to the toilet. This happens sometimes. And I could see the views going up and up and up and up and up and up. Like, I kept refreshing the page. You can't see it in real time, but I kept refreshing the page, and it was like, started off at like 10, 11, 13, 19, 22, and then after a while it was going up like by hundreds. 203, 301, and just kept going up. I went to bed and I woke up, and it was when I woke up, I didn't go to bed and wake up. I went to bed to go to sleep because I was already awake. But when I woke up the next day, I had over 10,000 views of that video, and then it just kept growing. It slowed down a bit after a while, but it kept growing. It's still the most successful video I've ever done so far. I'm hoping to beat that record, I hope, eventually. I don't know what. I mean, it was a sleep session. It was a hypnosis challenge, try and stay awake. It's still on there, still on the YouTube channel. But it doesn't really get much traction because it's kind of hidden. I've not hidden it, but there's so much other stuff that is kind of hidden away. But it was still the most popular video I had on this channel, the YouTube channel I've got now, over the last 6 years. People have still been watching it, but I took it off a while back and put it somewhere else, but I don't know why, but the video service that I was using before deleted it. Didn't even tell me. So it is back on YouTube, but I don't know. If you search for it, Hypnosis Challenge Try and Stay Awake, or Try and Stay Awake Hypnosis Challenge, it will come up because it's the only one on YouTube called that. As far as I'm aware, it was anyway. But it's old, like 2011. So 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's over 3 years ago. I mean, wow. That's a... And what's weird is I posted a video of something from about 4 or 5 years ago on YouTube, and someone commented, this is like a few weeks ago, someone commented, "Wow, you've aged. You look so much older than you used to." Like, okay, wait till you see the new stuff, because you know, as time occurs, the old beard and the hair, well, the hair's thinning and getting grayer. The beard is, well, there's more grey, I think, than dark now. It's crazy. Never used to be like that. Never used to be like that. Never, never, never used to be like that. So yeah, it's weird. It'd be really interesting to know what would things have been like if I'd have stuck at the YouTube channel and just kept at it and improved the videos, improved the quality, the sound, all the stuff that I've done. And if you listen, this isn't a good sound. Maybe you think, ugh, and the quality of the videos, in some would argue, is too good because you can see me. But if you look at the old stuff, the really old stuff, it's like the sound was really bad usually, and the quality of the video was not very good either. It's like a webcam and stuff like that. But you know what? People watched them. They watched the videos. So more people then than do now. But then I've started out again, and it's almost like I've started from scratch, but with a lot of videos from the past. So this is me now. This is what I'm doing now. And even though the subscriber count is growing, so that's really nice. I like that. It's not growing by like huge amounts, but the way YouTube seems to work is when a video becomes kind of popular, or it's popular compared to the other videos on your channel, YouTube tends to promote it a bit, and then the more people view the video, it's like it's one of those kind of snowball effects. The more people that view that or that see that video click on it, it's a numbers game, I guess. Although I can't imagine too many people looking at my face and thinking, I want to hear what he's got to say. Oh yes. I mean, but maybe some people do. And some people might be looking at it thinking, that looks like that bloke that I used to watch years ago. It looks like his dad. That looks like Jason's dad. That must be his dad. It looks just like him, but really old. Really old. He's so grey. His face is even redder than it used to be. It's like a tomato. It's a tomato with a beard. Shush. Stop it. His beard looks like pubes. Hey, that's enough. That's rude. Stop it. So then the more people watch the video, statistically, the more people are going to subscribe. And then the more people watch the video, the more people are likely to watch some of the other stuff, some of the other videos on the channel. So it's like a slow snowball. And then occasionally, I mean, maybe someone will come across my channel and think, ooh, this is really boring. And listening to him really is boring. It's like, I can just close my eyes or even just watch him, and it's like, I don't know, without being, I'll stop being silly for a second. For me, I've got itchy balls. So for me, it's a weird, you don't think that a swamp could get itchy, would you? For me, it is, I like to think of what I do, especially with these Let Me Bore You to Sleep recordings or videos, as they are now as well. It's a familiar, friendly voice, hopefully. Maybe even friendly face. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how friendly this face can be. Is this friendly? Relax. See, you'll enjoy that more if you watch the video. Oh dear. I don't know. The idea is it's like a regular thing. You see me every day or every couple of days, maybe week in, week out, year in, year out. And there's a degree of familiarity there, and it's a friendly, safe place to be, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Or it can be something that's just really boring. And you listen to my voice and you fall asleep, because the more you listen, the more you get used to just drifting off because of my tedium. Is that a right word? Tedium. So I've got people from all over the world listen to my podcast, the Let Me Bore You to Sleep podcast. Could you say Let Me Bore You to Sleep a few more times, please? You've only said it 500 times during this recording. All right, blimey. I guess I'd like people to know that even though only about 10 people would watch the video, a lot more people listen to the audios, listen to the podcasts. A lot more. At least 12 people listen to the podcasts all around the world. So be impressed. Be very impressed. So yeah, that's it really. Vinny is being particularly uncharacteristically quiet. And I'm wondering, I wonder why he's being quiet. Yes, I wonder. I really wonder why he's being quiet. Quiet. It's stuff like that. It's absolutely pointless, but I do it anyway. There's no reason for that. I could edit that out, but I won't. I'm probably the only podcaster that doesn't edit out the farts. Not only that, I don't edit them out, I add them. I spend all day every time I go to fart. I've got a recorder and I tape it and then I edit it into the next podcast. I don't know why I said that. I used to blame my farts on Andre, my ferret that I used to have, my little boy. And then I started blaming Vinny. And I think after about 5 years, I think some people maybe started to question whether or not all of those farts were coming from the particular people that I was blaming. And perhaps I was partly responsible for the excursions of gas. And I'm not sure if the word excursion is correct, because an excursion is kind of like a day trip out, isn't it? If you're on holiday, you got any excursions? Yeah, we're going to the island. What are you doing? Oh, I'm going to go into the mountains. What about you, Jason? I'm going to be farting. So maybe that's not quite the correct term. Anyway, I'm going. I think this is done for. I've served my time for the day. I'm going to take the little one out for a little walk. Then I'm going to come back, have something to eat, watch a bit of TV, and then I'm going to get up tomorrow. It's boxing on in the morning, early hours. So I'm going to get up and watch that. And then probably go back to bed. And then I'll get up and I will edit the audio, upload that, and then edit the video and upload that. So that hopefully it should all be done before midday tomorrow. Which is Thursday tomorrow morning. Yeah, tomorrow. So thank you very much for listening. Thanks. And remember to be kind to yourself, because you deserve to be happy. Be gentle with yourself. Lots of love. Bye.